Hi, it's Lynn, it's Mrs. Mummypenny, and it is time for Mrs. Mummypenny Talks. We are now on to episode 5 of the show Under the Stairs. Hope you've been enjoying it so far. The views are building up nicely. I've done quite a bit of technical stuff on the podcast, so it is shared in multiple places. Okay, so I record it live, which is on Facebook. That is now. I record it on Audacity at the same time. So we've got an audio version and a video version. So I put this video onto YouTube afterwards. So it's been getting a few views on YouTube. I share it on social media, and then I take the podcast and I put it onto Libsyn. So a tip for anybody out there thinking about doing a podcast. So Libsyn is this podcasting tool where you save all your episodes and you share it across all the podcast sharing mediums. So it goes onto iTunes, it goes onto Heart Radio, it goes onto all sorts of things. So yeah, you end up getting lots of traffic from there as well. So I've sorted out all the technical side. Now the next stage is to get people in for interviews. And I'm recording an interview tomorrow. Now this is going to be interesting, so hopefully it works. We're going to try record it on Zoom, and then I'll be able to put the video through. Hopefully I can record it on Audacity at the same time as recording it on Zoom, and yeah, hopefully then I'll have an audio file and a video file of an interview. We'll see if it works. It might not. I'll at least have a video version of the interview, and it's always better to have a video version anyway. So technical developments with the podcast. But what am I going to talk to you about today? Right, so I've got 3 subjects I want to talk to you about today, and they're all very different. So firstly, we've got ethical investing, something that I've been looking into this week. A post went live at the weekend. I'm also going to talk to you about energy saving. I've got some good little tips and some numbers which will make a real difference of things you can do to save some money on your energy bills. And I'm also going to talk to you about SAD, so seasonal affective disorder, because it's something that is affecting me at the moment, and I thought it would be good to actually just have a chat about it. And I'll have a little bit of a chat about what I've been up to. Although, referring back to the SAD, is having quite an impact on me, and not really wanting to go out and do very much. So, what have I done over the past few days? I tried to go out for a run. I tried. On Sunday, I got about a mile away and then turned around and came back again, so that wasn't very successful. Had lots of football with the boys on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and on Sunday we had a bit of a day in and made cookies and sorted out Dylan's bike for his birthday, and it was more of a jobs day. But yeah, I think I'll talk about SAD first because it sort of relates to that. So it's really weird. It just sort of seasonal affective disorder. It's a form of depression that hits you when the days start to get shorter, the temperature drops, and yeah, it's a really weird thing to describe. It's like a fog that sort of sets over you, which makes you less motivated, not so keen to go out and do things. Everything feels quite forced, and it's all to do with the reduced light and sunlight out there. So I really am a lover of the sunshine, and it affects my mood sort of accordingly. So it can warrant you quite not wanting to do very much at all. You've really got to force yourself out there to do it. So there are ways to get around it. So firstly, your diet's really, really important. really important to, let's do that again. So yeah, your diet's really, really important. It's really, really important to get good vegetables, salad, fruit into your diet, lots and lots of water. Superfoods, things like blueberries, pears, papayas, the leafy greens are all really good. I mean, they're what we should be eating anyway, but even more important with SAD. Exercise, really, really important. Get out for a walk every day, get out into the sunshine. The sunshine, whatever sun there is, the daylight, just to get out and about. And I'm finding it really useful aiming for my 10,000 steps each day on my watch. That's really helping me sort of force myself out to go do some exercise. You can take vitamin D supplements. So I am taking vitamins at the moment, and also you can get SAD lamps, which sort of generate this bright blue light, which is meant to help reduce the impact of the of SAD. So yeah, I'm trying all of these things. I can just really feel it's taken hold last week and this week. And funny enough, I've been chatting to quite a few other people online, and I'm not the only one. Yeah, lots of people struggling at the moment with stuff. So just reach out and talk if you're struggling, and we can talk about it together. But yeah, I hope those tips help. I put a post on Instagram the other day about it, and loads of people replied with their solutions, so that was really helpful. So yeah, it's, and I know, where are we now? The 8th of October. I know this is going to carry on until the end of December. That's how long it tends to hit me for, so it's a pretty long slog ahead. It's going to be hard. I just have to do those 4 things and get through it. I know it relieves itself in January, so yeah, I've just got to get to there. But yeah, if you're going through the same, you're not alone. I suppose the great thing is something that I always remember is I'm so grateful that I do the job I do, where I can take my foot off the pedal a little bit this time of the year. There's still lots and lots of work, but I don't have to get on a train and go to an office. I don't have to be smiley happy in front of people all the time, apart from on my podcast. So yeah, and even doing this podcast is a really big help, because it's forcing me to go out and put my face on camera. Hi, Kirsty. And yeah, just talking about it is going to help. So the other thing that goes with this time of the year is that it's starting to get colder. And I'm currently having that debate. Should I switch on the heating or not? We're still in the knot. I'm sat here shivering or wrapped in a blanket. But it's the perfect time of the year to check that you're on the right energy tariff. So first things first, how you're going to save money on your energy bills is to make sure you're paying the least amount possible. So there are lots of switching comparison sites out there. USwitch is a really good one, where you can go and plonk your details in and see what companies. It's going to throw up a whole array of companies, but I can safely say a really good bet for a company is Octopus Energy. I've been using them for nearly 3 years now. I've not switched away because they've always been the best value energy. So really great value, really great customer service, and they do renewable energy. So tick, tick, tick for me. And if you go onto my website and search for Octopus Energy, you can find a link to them. And it's a referral link on my website. So if you sign up, if you get a quote, if you're going to save money, then absolutely switch. You will get £50 for switching, and I will get £50 for switching. So it's a nice win-win for there. But what I wanted to share with you, and I hope it hasn't switched off again, is some tips that will, of simple little things you can do at home, which will save you quite a stack of money. It's very interesting. So, everything's going on here. My computer keeps switching off. There we go. Start that again. So yes, I did some work with the big energy saving week last year, and I did some research on some simple things you can do and how much money it will save you. So, you know, you leave everything on the red switch on the wall. If you go around switching everything off on the wall and turning things off in standby mode, you can save £30 a year by switching everything off. If you can get everybody in the house to spend 1 minute less in the shower, saving you energy and water as well, this will save you £80 a year for a 4-person family. It's only 1 minute less in the shower. Using a washing up bowl rather than running a tap to do your washing saves you £25 a year. Turning your thermostat down by just 1 degree. See, 1 degree it's nothing. That can save you £80 a year. And if you only fill your kettle, I always do this one, with the amount of water you need for your cup of tea, rather than, you know, filling it to the top, you can save your £7 a year. So those 5 things: switching everything off, all the appliances off at the wall, 1 minute less in the shower, using a washing up bowl rather than a running tap, turning down your thermostat by 1 degree, and filling your kettle only for 1 cup. That can save you a total of, let's add this all up together, 160, 190, £230 a year off your energy bill just by making those simple changes. So you can have an impact by making changes yourself. The other thing I wanted to say about energy is a smart meter. I know there's a lot of debate out there about whether or not to get a smart meter, but I personally have found my smart meter really useful. It's told me exactly what things are costing when I use things in the house. It's made me more conscious about what things cost. So I know that the tumble dryer, for example, if I leave that on for half an hour, that's going to cost what does it cost half an hour? I think it's 20p for half an hour using the tumble dryer. So it's just being mindful about what all those different things cost and whether they should maybe just what the thing I started doing was I used to just chuck everything into the tumble dryer, particularly if I had lots and lots of washing to do. So what I try to do now is just do 1 load a day and put it out on the dryer, and try to use the tumble dryer as little as I possibly can. But yeah, the smart meter just gives me that real-time information, and at any point of time in the month I can see how much we're spending. So I just checked my energy bill this morning, so it's just been paid today. Spent quite a lot on electricity, £77 on electricity, £5 on gas. That £77 on electricity is pretty much consistent all year round, and the gas will go up when the heating goes on, but we're still way under the direct debit we're paying, so yeah, that's pretty good. So that's living in a 4-bedroom semi-detached house. Direct debit of £92 a month with Octopus Energy. So yeah, make sure you're paying the right deal, good price, and if you're paying too much, then switch onto a different company like Octopus, who I use. Very good. So that was saving energy, and then on to, I've touched on renewable energy there, ethical investing. So I make a concerted effort with a lot of the things I buy to make sure that they're ethical purchases. So I choose to get my energy from a company that offers renewable energy to me. I drive a hybrid car, so using a lot less fuel, saving a lot of money actually. What does it cost? So a hybrid car, it uses electricity and petrol, so it's got a much longer range than an electric only car. You fill up the tank of petrol and it will last for about 400 miles. So it costs at the moment £40, £41 to fill up the petrol, which will last 400 miles. Now, you're not going to get that kind of range out of a regular car, because when you're cruising or when you're not using the accelerator, the fuel part of the engine switches off. It uses the energy instead. So yeah, and the clothes I buy, I make sure they're from like shops who are ethically trading. I choose to buy food from Aldi, not only for the money saving aspect, but also because they source a lot of their products from Britain, and I know they treat their suppliers really well. So yeah, I make this decision with a lot of the things I purchase, but I also want to make this ethical decision with where I invest my money as well. So I've got a chunk of money in my pension. So it's a consolidation of all my old employed pensions plus money I put into that now with PensionBee. And what I can actually do with PensionBee is I can switch my money into a more ethical fund. So at the moment it's in a tracker fund, which is just a standard fund. It's mainly shares, so it's quite high risk, but I'm 42. The money's going to be in there for a long time, so it's okay in my view. It's my money, it's my view only, to leave it in a higher risk fund. But what I can actually do is I can move it into a future world funds, they call it, and have my money invested in a more ethical way. What they do is the fund manager only puts money into companies that have a strong ethical green code, that have really good policies for protecting the world going forward. So point to note, there are energy companies in that fund, because the big companies of this world are oil companies, and these are the guys we need to be investing in future world and green policies to actually change the world for the better. So I sort of feel it's a real conflicted one, but if we don't invest money into these huge companies that can actually make a change, then how are we going to make a change? So that's just my view. So anyway, I'm going to be switching my money from my tracker fund into the future world fund and have a more ethical investing way. So investing way of doing things. So I've written about that on Sunday. That was a post with PensionBee, my wonderful friends at PensionBee. Some videos came out last week that were all filmed at the Showmos event, where a group of us, I think there was 5 or 6 of us, have talked about our pension, our sort of pension heaven, and our biggest money mistakes, and our what a difficult retirement would look like, what a great retirement would look like. So there's lots of us doing little Vox Pop videos over on the PensionBee Instagram and Twitter channels, so they're pretty cool to go and look at. Who's done them? Faith's done one from Much More With Less. Emma Maslin's done one from The Money Whisperer. Andy Be Clever With My Cash has done one. So yeah, there's lots of us. You get to see our pretty faces talking about money. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Now, what have I got for the rest of this week that's exciting? So I'm in London tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. I am meeting up with another blogger tomorrow. We're going to have a bit of I think a review of his website and a review of my website, so that'd be interesting to rip my websites apart. And then there's Lanson's do in the evening. Lanson's is a PR agency who I do a lot of work with, so they're having a big party tomorrow night, so I'm going to do that. Hopefully talk to some lots of people about future work, so that will be exciting. What else have we got? It's Josh's birthday tomorrow. Well, his dad's taking him out for dinner tomorrow night, so we had dinner on Sunday for his birthday, early dinner, and then we're doing a birthday party on Thursday with some of his friends at the trampoline park. Go to the trampoline park after school. It's £6.50 to get in, rather than normally like 11 quid. It's a much better price to do it after school. That's at Better Extreme in Welling. Shout out to them. It's a good trampoline park. And then this weekend, I have no idea what I'm doing this weekend. I might go to the cinema and watch The Joker. Maybe. I've heard mixed reviews about it, but I feel like I've got to go and watch it. So, yes, that's my week. Hope that was interesting. And I will see you next week. I'm off out for a walk to go do some exercise. My friend Fran's coming over, so we're going for I'm going to show her my special walk near my house. See you later.